Shout out to Greenside TV. Right to the Greenside TV, peace and blessings and love to all my people on the green side.
Now, it's a beautiful day out here, man. My man Tree.
Yes,
my man Green was good, man.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, you was talking about getting in tune with nature earlier, man. You out here talking to the pigeons and talking to the squirrels.
Nothing crazy like that. It's just the fact that sometimes the squirrels and the pigeons respond better than these people these days. Right.
Now, I was going to say, some people might laugh at it. I was watching this video where this lady was talking about how she get a better response from the trees than some humans, man. Right? Because look, the trees.
Remember when Eminem?
They give us oxygen and
yeah. Remember when Eminem said, "Damn, these wolves meant to be talking because man, I can hear them." Sometimes the wolf will talk back. You might hear more communication from the wolves, the squirrels, than people.
Right.
Just had to throw that in there, y'all.
That's true, though. That's true.
No, it's deep. So how long you been doing that?
Oh man, I don't know. It's just something I came into myself. When you start like really not really trusting people, it's just you still have energy. You still have, I'm one type of person. I like to be alone. Like I like to be by myself.
Right.
I don't like to be lonely.
Okay.
I don't like to be lonely. I always like to have some kind of the same vibe or some kind of the same energy around me.
Right.
And lately, it's not coming from people. So I'm not crazy. I don't talk and answer myself.
No doubt. But no, it's just having that deeper relationship with nature, right? Because I was talking to a young brother who said something to me and I was like, wow, it made me think different. He said that so many of us, we try to neglect nature and stay away from it and not get in tune with it. But he said you come from nature, and he said when you pass on, you go back to nature. So he said you can't duck it. You can't duck it.
Absolutely, you gotta
get in tune with nature, man. So that's good, brother. That's good, right, man.
It's a part of yourself.
And I knew you for how long? I knew you, brother.
I don't know.
For some years, right? Years, man.
Years. And then when I went away, I came back, and you still greeting with the same smile and the same brotherhood.
Right.
That's what real friends are. You know what I'm saying? It's like not, these fly-by dudes, man. That's what I would tell you.
And I think I might have met you in this park. In this park, right? And where we at, man? This is
in the same park, Grant Park.
Yeah, man. This is 170th. 170th. We in the BX. And yeah, man.
So home of the hip hop.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So it's always good, man, and an honor to see you, man. And thank you, brother, for even just talking.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Salute, man. Greenside TV, man.
Peace and blessings.
No doubt. Yo, it's funny. We was just talking, but I knew this brother for some years, man. And I met him right here in this park. What's the name of this park?
This is Grant Park.
Grant Park,
170 in Grant.
In the BX. So we was just chopping it up, just talking about nature and talking about how sometimes you feel more at home, with nature, man. Just coming here, getting the green space, and you feel good, man. You get a nice breeze. Come here, just relax, clear your mind and everything, man.
Gotta get in the green space. Just away from the, the turmoils on busting with the concrete jungle sometimes. The green space is definitely a nice
environment. Nice environment. And I think not enough of us really know the power of it. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe some people are afraid of it, brother. You gotta look at it both ways.
Right.
When you start coming in tune with yourself, you start exploring yourself, you get a little nervous.
I was just about to say that sometimes it can scare you. I think that's why some people, like you said, some people stay away from that side. And I was talking about that on my show the other day about, soul searching and getting into the shadow self, the shadow self of ourselves. Right. And the shadow self, some people say, what is that? And that's usually the part of ourselves that we neglect. Even the positive side.
What you said to me, how it come to me, I think it's like the yin yang.
Right.
When you get up, you show a smile. You do have that part of you that don't want to smile. You don't want to
No, but check this out, right? Some people, they don't smile because people have told them that their smile is ugly or your teeth don't smile. So some people like this all day. So they neglect that positive side of themselves.
Yeah,
so I tell people, smile more. Smile more.
I like being ugly. I represent for the rugged, handsome nigga. I make ugly like a new beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta embrace who you are.
Everything is good, man. Can't complain. Good to see you out here. I see you with your fresh white tee.
Beautiful day, man.
Cassidy used to spend 100,000 on white tees, man.
I remember I heard him say that. He
Yes.
was on Vlad or some. I heard him say that.
Yes, sir. But you know, I know you was arrested and stuff like that. You did a couple of years and in Rikers Island and stuff like that. I wanted you to give like the people motivation, anything that could motivate them to not go there. Because I
Right.
know a lot of people leading the kids, the younger generation, to the hellfires and stuff like that. So, you know, maybe you could tell them your story and they could get some type of motivation.
Right, absolutely. The most time I did on Rikers was about 14 months. 14 months. It felt like a couple of years. And, you know, I would tell the young shorties, man, you know, just stay out of trouble, man. Keep yourself around good people, you know, people that's doing something, people that can inspire you to do positive work, you know, in your community, outside of your community. And, you know, that's how you stay out of places like that, man. Me, I was hanging around the wrong crowd, you know, not to put the blame on them, but I was making bad decisions.
Yes, sir.
You know, for myself, bad decisions equal bad outcomes. You know what I mean? And that's how I found myself on Rikers Island for about 14 months, man.
Okay. And what was the craziest thing you ever seen?
Oh man, I seen a lot of crazy stuff, man. I seen a lot of abuse from the hands of the correctional officers. But like I was telling you, one of the craziest things I seen was a dude get set on fire, man.
Oh man.
I was telling you, dude came in, he looked like he was drunk, looked like he was coming from church or something, shoes on, you know, slacks, white, button down or whatever, and he wanted to get on the phone, right? It was like maybe like 6:30 in the morning, he gets on the phone, the phones are not working, so he's beefing, you know, fussing or whatever, and dudes told him to be quiet, right? You know, shut up. So he said, what? I got children your age. So he's going on and on. Like I said, he looked a little drunk. So one of the dudes that ran the house, he looked back at him and saying, right, the dude looked like he was coming from church, right? He woke up. The second time, these dudes had woke up. It's about 9:30 in the morning, right? I remember it was a Sunday. So I seen the dude come to the bubble. He looked around, made sure the COs wasn't looking, and he squirted the baby oil on him, and then he threw a match on him.
Wow.
And the dude jumps up and screams, ah! And that's one of the craziest things I've seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, how did you good?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, how did you manage? Did you stay out of trouble? Because I know, like, you got to get busy in there.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. It was hard to stay out of trouble on Rikers Island. But me myself, I kept myself around good people, around good dudes. My man got me a job working in, working as a suicide. Right. My man pulled me into his, into his house. You know what I'm saying? I was rocking with him. My man from Brooklyn. Shout out to Original Brooklyn. And, you know, it was real recognized real. You know, he liked my style. And so I just kept myself around good, productive people. But it is hard to stay out of trouble. Yeah, of course, I almost got into a couple of altercations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can't avoid it some. So, what's one thing, did you have somebody that influenced you to stay out of trouble in there?
Like I said, I kept myself around good people, real good, humble people. And I met some brothers that was like, you know, warriors, but they was real humble. So it kind of like confused me a little bit. I was like, you know what I mean? But it taught me too, especially when I got on the outside and I had to kind of like display what I learned in there. And one thing I learned, like a brother told me, everybody wants respect. You know, even when people tell you they don't or they move like they don't. So I learned to respect my fellow peers and the people around me. Respect it take you a long way. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. So after you got out, right, and you managed to stay out, how did you manage to do that?
Well, support.
What changed? What did you learn from there? Did you learn anything?
Yeah, like I said, I learned to show people respect. Respect takes you a long way. And I had a support system, right? I told you I was going to Fortune Society. I put myself in Apex Tech, that was right up the block. So I tried to keep myself busy, and put myself around, again, just good people. So I started hanging around people that I normally wouldn't hang around, and it changes your mentality and it changes your behavior. You You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If it's anything that you could tell the younger generation, you know, and you know, them leading them, a lot of people leading them to the house fires and stuff like that. Is there anything that you could tell the young generation, like to not go get locked up and stuff?
Right. Well, I say
Rikers Island is packed right now.
Right. I say respect your elders. You know what I'm saying? Respect yourself. Listen to the wisdom of the elders. You know what I mean? Especially the ones that love you. They're not going to tell you anything that's going to hurt you. And, you know, swallow your pride sometimes. You know, it tastes better than swallowing your blood. That's what an OG told me.
Wow.
You swallow your pride, it tastes better than your blood does. You know what I mean? So definitely. So I would tell, you know, the young ones, the older ones, always be something great in your community, right? Give people something that you didn't have or you felt like you didn't have. And, you know, you want to see everyone smile. You want to see everyone happy. You don't want to see people walking around miserable, no animosity, no tension. So, you know, plant that beautiful seed within your immediate circle in your community and watch it blossom.
Peace.
Peace.